Recycling at Forbes School. Why? What? How? All your questions will be answered.
Before Forbes became green.
Wow, these kids are not recycling.
Then one day...
Guys, did you hear the news? What news? Forbes is becoming a greener school.
Greener?
Not literally greener. Green as in environmentally conscious. It means that we're all learning more about how our actions affect the environment, and we're taking steps to become kinder to our environment. For example, have you ever wondered what happens to all of our trash?
It ends up in landfills. In fact, America produces enough trash to bury 1 million football fields into 6 feet of waste.
Wow, that seems like an awful lot. I bet a lot of that can be recycled.
I wish there was something we could do about it.
I think there is something we could do about recycling. We could look up online.
Yeah, but we're only 6 kids. How are 6 kids going to make a big difference?
I know, we can make a video and show everyone at Forbes how to recycle.
Yeah, there must be at least 400 people at Forbes. That would definitely make a difference.
Yeah, and if all the kids teach their families how to recycle, it would make a huge difference.
Ms. Boyce, will you help us?
Definitely. I think it's a great idea, and the internet is a great resource. I know that all of our recyclables in Torrington go to a place in Hartford called Materials Innovation and Recycling Authority, or MIRA for short. Their website is ctmira.org. Let's check it out. Wow, cool, look what I found.
Nearly 75 trucks a day dump recyclables here in Hartford. Cardboard, paper, glass, and newspaper is sorted both by hand on this conveyor belt and later by machine. What's left is this. Someone then removes any lingering bits of garbage mixed in with the recycling before the separation by machine continues. An electromagnet sucks up and tosses to the side steel cans like super tomato cans. A second machine then separates plastic and aluminum.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I never knew what actually happened to the recyclables after they got picked up.
Now I want to learn more. So do I. I want to start recycling the right way.
Maybe we can do some research on the computer.
Great idea, Alicia. To make it simpler, maybe we can split into 3 teams of 2 people each. Each team can research how to recycle one of the 3 main categories of items: paper, plastic, and others. Then we can get back together in a few days. We can make the video and teach everyone what we learned.
Yeah.
I'll research paper recycling.
I'll help you. I'll research plastic recycling.
Me too.
I'll research other things that can and cannot be recycled.
Me too.
Bye. Bye. See you later. See you later.
A few days later.
Hi, Mrs. Boyce.
Hi, guys.
Mrs. Boyce, we brought our recyclables.
That's wonderful.
We all did our research and we figured out some really cool facts.
Excellent. I am sure everyone is anxious to learn from your extensive research. So let's get started. Paper. Stephen and Mikey, let's see what you learned about the types of paper that can and cannot be recycled.
What are some of the types of paper that can be recycled? Thin cardboard paper, such as tissue boxes and crayon boxes, can be recycled. Make sure before you throw out recycle the tissue papers, take off this and throw it out, because that cannot be recycled. Also, paper bags can be recycled. Construction paper and colored paper and cardboard, thick cardboard. But if it's popped up, make sure to flatten it before you throw it in the recycling. You could recycle newspapers and envelopes. You can even recycle office papers and books. magazines and line paper can be recycled, and milk cartons can be recycled.
But don't forget to wash them out before you recycle them.
Oh yes, that's one of the facts I forgot.
Yep, don't forget you need to rinse out all milk cartons. So this is all the types of paper that can be recycled. Thank you so much for telling us that, Stephen.
You're welcome.
Now let's find out what types of paper cannot be recycled. Mikey, did you research that?
Yes. Yes, these are the types of paper products that couldn't be recycled and must go in the trash. Paper towels, napkins, tissue paper, wrapping paper, plates, and paper cups. Pizza boxes can go into recycling, but they have food stains on them, so they won't take it, so you must throw it in the trash.
It's great to know, guys.
Also, during my research, I found an interesting fact about recycling paper.
Oh,
Notebook and computer paper gets recycled into paper towels, tissues, napkins, newspapers, and even pencils.
that is interesting. Mikey, do you have any tips to share about paper recycling?
Yes, people only use one side of the paper, but if you use both of the sides like this, it can save a lot of trees.
Wow, I really like that tip, Mikey. That's something that everybody could do. And it's an excellent way to conserve paper. Now let's see what Jenna and Derek have discovered about plastics recycling.
I discovered that there's an easier way to know whether a plastic container is recyclable or not. Look what I found on the internet. If it has the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 at the bottom, it can be recycled.
Interesting. Show us.
For example, these 2 yogurt cups have the number 5 and 7 at the bottom, so they can be recycled. This bottle has the number 1 at the bottom, so it can be recycled as well. But what you've got to remember is that the cap always comes off the plastic water bottles. The cap goes into the trash. And then you can recycle the bottle. This juice cup has the number 2 at the bottom, so it can be recycled. And finally, this Mick calf has the number 5 at the bottom, so it can be recycled as well.
Does it matter if they're dirty?
Yes, it does. For example, if this yogurt cup that I put in was dirty, I would have to go to the sink and wash it off.
Oh, so everything needs to be clean in order to be recycled.
Yes.
Ah, that's a good tip.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jenna.
You're welcome.
Excellent tips, Jenna, about recycling plastics. Let's see what Derek found out about plastics.
There are several things that cannot be put into our recycling bins. One of them is knives, spoons, and forks. Have to be put into our trash. Well, not ours. Anything with black plastic on it has to go into the trash, even though they may have the triangle on them. Laminating film or anything with laminating film on it have to be put into the trash. Now, drink lids have to be also put in the trash, even though they may have the triangle on them. Straws have to also be put in the trash. Food bags have to be also put in the trash.
Does that include Ziploc bags too?
Yes. Store bags cannot be put into our recycling bins, but if they have a triangle on it with the number, they may be put into the store recycling.
You mean you bring it to the grocery store?
Yes.
And there's a place that you can recycle these grocery store bags at
Yes.
the grocery store? Oh, that's wonderful. So we don't have to throw these into the trash.
Yes.
But we also can't throw them into our
Recycling.
They need to go to the grocery store. Excellent advice, Derek. Thank you so much for researching all that.
You're welcome.
Here's an interesting fact about recycling plastic bags. Plastic bag recycling. Plastic bags can be recycled into composite lumber, which is used to build decks and door frames. Or the bags can sit into a landfill for 20 to 1,000 years.
Wow, it sure takes them a long time to decompose.
Yes, recycling plastic bags is good, but using reusable bags is even better. It would save hundreds of millions of plastic bags from cluttering up the earth.
Good tip, Jenna, but I found a cool fact about plastic bottles. Plastic bottles and milk jugs can be recycled into furniture and fleece clothing and carpets. If they are not recycled, they sit in landfills for 1,000,000 years. Recycling plastic bottles is good, but reusing plastic bottles is even better. You just get one of these and then you can fill up with free water whenever you need it. So it's way more cheaper in the long run.
And it's much better for the environment too, right?
True. Yes.
Thanks for that great tip.
You're welcome.
Facts. Finally, let's see what Alicia and Ayana have learned about recycling other things. Ayana?
Other types of recyclables are metal and glass. These things are all recyclable. Aluminum soda cans, aluminum foil and bakeware, glass jars and bottles with the lids removed can be recycled. The most important thing to remember is that all of these must be clean in order for them to be recycled.
Tell us about some other things that you found. Can these things be recycled?
No, they cannot.
Okay, what did you find?
I found styrofoam trays,
And that has to go into?
the garbage,
Okay.
and I found styrofoam cups that should be garbage, and a styrofoam plate that should be garbage.
What about food? Should we put food in the garbage?
Yes, because otherwise if we keep the food, it will get rotten.
Okay.
Foam bag should be garbage. Pencil shaving and pencils and marker and glues and a rubber glove. A Band-Aid should be garbage and a snack bag.
I found an interesting fact about recycling aluminum cans. Aluminum cans can be melted down and recycled into more aluminum cans in only 6 weeks, or they can sit in a landfill for 200 to 500 years. Fun fact, there's no end to amount of times aluminum cans can be recycled.
I found a sad fact about styrofoam. Styrofoam never biodegrades or decays. It sits there for millions of years. Also, animals often mistake for food, eat it, and get sick.
Wow, that is sad. On a positive note, you can repurpose these cans instead of recycling them and use them for school supplies. What would you use these cans for?
All these recycling rules are for school as well as at home. So be sure to teach your families all about recycling.
Hope you learned from our video. If you have any questions about recycling, you can ask one of us or a teacher. If we don't know the answer, we will make sure we find out for you.
Finally, think of recycling not as a choice, but as an opportunity and a responsibility that we all have to preserve our natural resources and the natural beauty of our planet for future generations.
We hope you learned from our video. We had lots of fun making it. From that day on.
Garbage. Nice. This kids know how to recycle.